Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to my most beautiful city of Sydney. It's an overcast, solemn day today, and it's Saturday morning and the flags are flying at half-mast on top of the Museum of Contemporary Art. And if we look across to the Harbour Bridge, they have been lowered to half-mast. Early this morning when I was doing a 5 a.m. club, they were at full mast, but now they're respectfully preparing to echo the sentiment of Australians and Sydneysiders to the globe on this solemn day. So what can we say? What can we say on this day? All I can say is that we've lost a leader, a statesperson, and I didn't think I'd be feeling this way, but all of a sudden, after the passing of the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, I do feel that we have a loss, because he was a man of great stature who had an interesting childhood, and a man who got on with it and got through it. And as he said in one of his interviews, he didn't sit and think about the challenges that he's faced throughout his life. He just lived life, and that was just his version of life, which is a wonderful lesson to all of us. You know, to be a man's man and to step back to support your spouse in order for her to fully experience her responsibilities and her life is a big thing in itself, which not very many men would be able to do. But well done, 3 cheers to Prince Philip. He was able to do it, and to do it with style. I was very fortunate over the years to have been able to partner with my daughter and a group of her friends who were doing the Duke of Edinburgh Awards, where we went on a couple of bushwalks, and I put my hand up to volunteer to take him on the organised, or not the organised, but it was just a small group going on a bushwalk and just gaining the full life experiences that those activities provide us. And to think that Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, thought all of this up and initiated it, and was the patron of the awards, is in and of itself a respectful achievement. I do recall, though, on that occasion, taking the girls on a couple of bushwalks, fairly long ones, and you needed to be prepared, and you need to be responsible and accountable for the young people I had in my group. It was good, and I wish that I was a young bloke again, because I'd most certainly do the Duke of Edinburgh challenges and try and do as much as I could. I only wish I could contribute a lot more to my daughter and her friends, so we could go on a lot more bushwalks. But it takes courage, and it takes knowledge, and as I said before, it is a big responsibility, because you've got young people who you're taking, who have been brought up in the city, and you're going deep into the bush, and you're doing some trails, and you may not see a person there at all. So if anything goes wrong, then you need to once again do whatever you have to do to get it right. I do remember that 3/4 of the way through the bushwalk, that the soles, believe it or not, the soles of my boots, which were old boots, hunting boots that I had from when I was younger, the soles of my boots peeled off. Yes, it's a true story, and Catherine and the rest of the girls will attest to it. The soles of the boots peeled off, and I was walking over rocks and through bushes, over stumps, with soleless boots. And thank God the leather underneath the sole, which connected the sole to the shoe, to the boot, stayed closed. Otherwise it would have been a Flintstones sort of moment, and I would have been wearing boots but with no sole, and my feet would have been in full contact with the rocks, the pebbles, the grass, the insects, you name it. But that was a wonderful once in a lifetime sort of experience. You don't often go into the bush and all of a sudden find yourself walking. Basically, it felt like I was walking with my socks. So, but we got through it, and we got to our goal, our destination. We completed our report, and we had our challenges along the way. There was a couple of times that we got lost, and we had to retrace our steps and go back, and then rejoin the trail. There was a time where I took my boot off because I felt something on my ankle, just a little bit itchy, and I took my boot off and found that I had a leech attached to my ankle that was sucking away the blood, and we had to remove that from the sock. It was on the outside of the sock, believe it or not. We had to remove it from the sock without it being or leaving part of the leech in my skin, which would get infected. And those sorts of things. But we had a nice little chat along the way. It was a great bonding session, so I could recommend it to all the fathers out there, all the people out there. If you can get an opportunity, try and partner with a group of children, young adults who are doing their Duke of Edinburgh Awards, and go along as being a guardian, and you'll love it, and they'll love it just as much, and you'll get an opportunity to mix with younger people, have a chat along the way, and understand the sort of challenges and the fears and the hopes that they have, and do something which is going to be a positive contribution to their lives, but it's also a positive contribution to your own life, because getting out of the house, getting out of the office, getting away from work, getting away from your comfort zone is good for each and every one of us. So there you go. I wasn't expecting to talk this long about this sort of topic today, but there you go. Prince Philip with Queen Elizabeth did come to Australia, and I remember at a very, very young age going with my mother, my Auntie Anna. I don't know who else there was, but there was a few people in the group, and we went all the way to La Perouse, where we had a reenactment of the First Fleet landing at La Perouse. And I remember the Queen coming past with her limousine and waving, and we all got very, very excited. My aunties, my mother, we all got very, very excited, and we waved back. And I remember following the procession on the road, where there were police mounted on horses, and of course the horses had done some poo on the road, and I found it quite interesting to be walking along and seeing the horse poo, the smelly horse poo all over the road. So that smell of horse poo, the sort of smell that you smell at the races sometimes, or you smell at the Easter show, is one of the things that connects me with that moment in time where I did get to see Prince Philip and the Queen in person. So take care, everybody. Enjoy your day, and once again, let's spend some time today reflecting on a great man, a man who was born in Greece and who was exiled. He and his family were exiled from Greece, and he grew up with no fixed abode. While most of us have our families, most of us have constants in our lives, he was a person who grew up in boarding schools and moving from family to family or place to place, and not really settling until a later time in his life. And yet, as he says, it wasn't a problem. That was his calling, that was his life, that was his station in life, and he had to do the most of it. And he ended up marrying the Queen and becoming the partner of the Queen. So anything is possible. So take care. Let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I'm well, I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable. And let's take a leaf out of Prince Philip's book and just do things. Be adventurous. Take on challenges. Live outside your comfort zone. And try and connect with as many people as you can. Because as Prince Philip said, the media and people just wanted to focus on the things and take them out of context. But wherever you can, just connect with people, be friendly, be one-on-one with them, and don't worry about other people who may misconstrue what you've said or laugh at you or whatever. The key message from Prince Philip is to connect where possible with people, and just make a difference wherever you can, and fulfill your duty, and live a life which has purpose. And if it wasn't the greatest purpose that you wanted, create a purpose and leave a legacy. Take care, everybody. Yassas and bye for now. From Jim's 5am Club, and we'll chat again later. Yassas and bye.